Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. You're here with Diva. I hope you're all safe and healthy in this time. So first off, I want to say thank you for still being here and watching me. I really appreciate it. I know I have not been very active on my YouTube channel, so for now it might stay like this, stagnant as it is, as it might I might be able to work things out. But for now, I just want to be grateful, and I want to say I appreciate all of you who are watching me and supporting me still, even though I've not been very active. I've been doing well. It's just that there were certain elements that didn't go very well in my life right now. There are things that I wish to do, but then again, I'm getting out of my comfort zone in the best way I can go out of my comfort zone. But I'm not seeing any any fruit coming out of it for now, okay? So that's the phase I'm in right now, okay? So I'm trying my best to stay optimistic, trying my best to stay healthy, obviously, and being the best I can be for now, okay? With my circumstances. So the question mostly will be, how you make me feel, okay? So how do you make them feel, okay? But it's more like how you make me feel towards you. So your could be energetic presence, your presence, how it impacts me. I'm indifferent to it, I'm interested in it, I'm at a distance at it, that kind, okay? So it's about them, but it's about you also and their sensations, thought patterns, mentality, personality connected to you. So I will be using certain cards. I will be using the Prism Oracle to kind of give you the vibe of your person connected to you. Okay, the vibe with you. Okay, like the vibe but connected to an action that's more like palpable, let's say. Then you have how they see you. Okay, what was your energy as per them? Okay, which could be separate from the vibe that they're feeling towards you, as it could be linked to how they see you and how their vibe is connected to you. You have also the Sacred Geometry Oracle and the Relationship. So it's 2 Oracle decks I'm gonna be using. With the Relationship, I cut it into 2. Okay, I cut it into half and I shuffled them. One will tell me the relationship from their perspective with you, okay? And then the other one is more where they wish the relationship to get improved towards, as in like friendship. Is there attraction? Is there no attraction but a wish to be more closer, more intimate, okay? And I will not, when I say intimate, it could be motherly intimate, fatherly intimate, as in like you want to be more intimate with your father or more intimate with your mother. These are emotions that are important somehow for personal growth, because why I'm saying mother and father is because if they were there or not has a big impact on you, okay? How their genetics were, okay, and how you grew up absorbing those personality traits or those genetic DNAs in your chromosomes has an impact on the way you behave with people. So it has a certain karmic manifestation. Okay, so when we're talking about being intimate with your mother or intimate with your father, it's an element of your own relationship with your father, your own relationship with your mother, which is more like your divine masculine, divine feminine vibes. But then again, I don't wish to go in those things because it's not really just the only truth, okay? Because your mother has a certain characteristic, your father has a certain characteristic. Now, there's also the environmental projection of what the archetype of a woman and a man is like. So based on which country, which culture, which religion you grew up with, which historical era, okay, or which period of time you grew up with, what were the trends, what were the behaviors, what was the, you know, like losing virginity, not losing virginity, sleeping around, not sleeping around, believing that you have to get married so that you can sleep with people. It was very accessible to you, be it it's a male or female, you know, because there's different countries, different cultures, different religions, different backgrounds even, okay, from financial background to, you know, psychological situation connected to the mother, to the father. Each one has its own diversity, right? Then again, the reality is that you are yourself, definitely, but you're influenced and you kind of have absorbed many things that are perhaps not yours, but you believe they're yours. Your mother's expectations of yourself, your father's expectations of yourself, of you, right? Then again, there's the family environment, your sister's, brother's expectations, or not. None of it, you know? So it varies. It changes from one person to the other, which gives the person a certain originality element, even though they don't consider themselves original or you don't consider them original, but they are diverse in their own manners. Okay, we're more diverse than we think. Okay, it's just that many people think that being similar to other people makes them stronger because they're more accepted in society. But then again, in those societal situations, there's a categorization and clique elements that exist, okay, which kind of is where the divide to conquer can work on. Okay, so by dividing people, making people, like, it's a group environment, definitely it's an assembled number of people, but then again, how do you want to control people? How do you want to control society? How do you want to organize society? You know, that hierarchy element, as it might not be a hierarchy element, it's just who's the leader of the pack, you know, who's the, you know, the person who can, you know, have a vision. But then again, it depends, because then again, we're going to go in leadership types, but then again, I'm not going to talk about those things, but it could vary from time to time. Okay, so I don't know if many people wanted to hear these kind of stuff, or it kind of gave many people certain awakenings about themselves. Their own sexuality even could be something that was, you know, accumulated. And there's so much to it, okay? Like, I cannot mention. It can be a trend element, as in like you wanna fit in that trend element, as it's a self-expression, as it's definitely who you really are. But then again, you will know if you are truly your own sexuality. And you don't need to prove it to anybody, okay? But then again, if you're proud about it, you can definitely express it. Then again, the influence of it can also be negative, because then again, you're trying to impose your own self on other people. And, you know, that's where it becomes a bit not dangerous, but division is happening, as in like divide to conquer. So you're trying to divide to conquer people, so you're going in your ego still by projecting, if you are the projecting type. Now, if you're expressing yourself, you're comfortable being yourself, you know what yourself is or not, even if you don't know it, okay, it's okay. Okay? It's okay. Accept it. And if you're having difficulty accepting it, then find solutions which are natural. Nature has every sexuality in it. Every sexuality in it. But the main two ones that reproduce is a female and a male overall. There are definitely a lot of animal types that have different types of sexualities and different types of reproduction systems. Okay? And it's more a question of pride, and it's more a question of ego, and it's more a question of strength. It's more a question of worth and self-recognition. How do you recognize yourself? You will know it better than other people. Because you recognize yourself this way, now the other step is how to make people respect who you really are. And you yourself need to be respectful. Because dignity element needs to be always present. If you want to be graceful, then you have to understand that you yourself, whichever way you are already a miracle, because you are creation. You are life right now. You're breathing in, you're breathing out. You're like a mechanism in yourself. You have to remember that. Whichever sexuality you are, whichever person you are, whichever state in your life you are in the present moment, and this moment is inevitable. Okay? So there's no difference if we're talking spiritual here. Okay? So spirituality is more like be happy. Your own well-being needs to be ultimate. And, you know, happiness and love, prosperity and health, you can, you know, attract it towards you. You can be those things. No matter how you decide to express yourself, you're free to do so. Because your life, like that, you know, like life has many colors, many shapes and sizes, you know, like it comes abundant, you know, it's prosperous like that. It's just when we want to divide and conquer, that's where, you know, things, you know, chaos and conflict and doubt and self-doubt and, you know, like self-fear and, you know, guilt and shame and, you know, like embarrassment come in. So I'm believing that this is the longest I can go with my talking from just one question to the other. But then again, it's more simpler than it looks, okay? So I will try to be more aligned when I'm going to read. But then again, I will have faith that spirit will guide me here, okay? Spirit, my own spirit, okay? My own intuition, the creation within me will guide me. Okay, the life within me will guide me here. Okay, but only what I have. Okay, because these are just tarot. Okay, each one is different, and you have to definitely follow your intuition, because looks are not just what we're gonna go in today. Okay, it's not just the looks, it's not just the behavior, it's what's happening in the core of your person, the core inside. Okay, so you have 6 piles. Pile 1, which is vice versa tarot. Pile 2, which is fountain tarot. Pile 3, which is night sun tarot. Pile 4, millennium Thoth. Pile 5, sexual magic. And pile 6, Casanova. Okay, so go ahead. The time slots or the timestamps are down below. I'm pretty sure you can all go there directly. And if you want to dislike, subscribe, support me, donate to my channel, it's all in your hands. Okay, and Buddha, we're going to be using Buddha because sometimes it helps me build on build things somehow, create things, create happiness perhaps, or it encourages me, you know, somehow. So we're gonna start. Pile 1, whoever chose vice versa tarot, welcome to your reading. I hope you're all safe and healthy in this time. So for some of you, it's a person that's not looking your way, or you don't see the reality or the truth because you're looking at the person from a backspace. So you have like the view of the back of the person, so you don't see how they're feeling towards you. You are following the person. You're following your person. You're not walking next to them. That's what I'm trying to say. You don't see what they see, and you believe you're not worthy of this one. But this is more messages to the people who chose Vice Versa Tarot. Okay, so let me tap into their vibe connected to you. Okay, so you have energy. This is more core or subtle body. Okay, so your person knew your presence. Okay, like they felt your presence. I was gonna say they felt your staring. You know when you look at the person from a backspace and the person knows, like, you know when you feel like somebody's looking at your back, or you're like looking behind you, they're observing you more, but from a behind perspective. They're behind me, but I know, I'm aware that their energy is on me, kind of thing. Practice sometimes. Look at people and look how long it takes the person to kind of realize that you are gazing at them. Try it sometimes if you're walking behind a person and gaze at them somewhere, like at their neck or something, but with good intention, for sure. Good intention, good energy, good vibes. Okay, and look how long it's gonna take, like how fast or how much time it's gonna take for the person to realize that there's someone really looking. Your eyes have a certain power like that. Okay, your focus has a certain power over other people too. So you have to understand that if other people have certain power over you, you can definitely have a certain power over them. But these are elements that you have to wake up to instead of following them or believing that you're not equal to them, kind of thing. Okay, so this one is energy. So I was aware you were gazing at me. I knew you were gazing at me. Okay, so the vibe was I felt your energy. Okay, and it's, I want to say comfortable. It feels comfortable. It feels warm. It feels alive. It feels passionate, perhaps. It feels harmonious even. But this is the vibe I was in. So I was in a harmonious vibe with you. I was conscious of you for some part, but I need to open the cards. I need to open the cards. So how did I see you though? Dialogue. You wanted to talk with me. You wanted to entertain me, perhaps. But this person is not singing, okay? This person is playing an instrument. So I saw you as the more not talkative type, but you had a certain presence to you, okay? It's a very gentle, peaceful, mature, beautiful, like a swan. It looks even like you look like the loyal type, the gentle type, the beautiful type of person. Handsome type too. We could go there. And who am I? Okay, like what vibe were they in? So you have the storm. There is some kind of, and the animal. I'm more simple-minded, okay? That's what I'm hearing. I'm more simple-minded. But for some part with the animal, I had like primitive instinct. But an animal will not harm you if it's not hungry. Or if it's not like, it's always in its own kind. It doesn't bother you except if it needs something. And with the storm, it's more like what vibe they were in. Like it's no, who's this person that day? Okay, so with the archetypes, it's more how they were, who they were, their archetypes of that day. Okay, the day they were in, as it could be their personality type. What other energy were they in? Connects you. You have divine masculine energy. how they perceive the relationship with you. Okay, how do I perceive? So you have sensuality, but it's more undercurrent sensuality. It's definitely undercurrent sensuality and what they wish to have, like what type of relationship they wish to have. Joy. So it's very positive cards. I have everything. Okay, so let me see how they were, how you make them feel. Like they're leading you on. But for some part, what I channeled here, it's more like they're always on the go. But this one, it's more like how you make them feel. It's more like I'm leaving you behind. But then again, there's 69, or there's the Cancer sign behind. So there's many ways I kind of tapped into. 69 is a sexual position that's very harmonious. Why? Because both lovers are satisfying each other. It's not just about one person having to control over the other person. It's two people that are comfortable controlling and pleasing. Because the moment you please a person, okay, that person's ecstasy element is in your hands. As when this person pleases you, okay, if when a person pleases you, that the person has a certain control or impact on your ecstasy. So the aim here, the vision in the lovemaking of 69 is that both of you are equally satisfying as you're controlling, as you're submitting, as you're kind of giving each other that element of ecstasy. Because you're doing it together. It's not just one person receiving it and one person giving it. It's like both of you are receiving and giving at the same time. Okay, so it's more like how you make them feel perhaps is that that they're on their way, they're leaving, but then again, how do you make them feel? Free. You make them feel free to go after what they want. You give them that freedom element. You make them feel free, but then again, perhaps that's not what they wish for. Could be. I don't know. So you have the Five of Pentacles as my challenge is how I feel towards you is more like I'm worried, I'm concerned, because there's a Tree of Pentacles here. Okay, it's very interesting because the pentacles are on a tree and it's on a window, but you're inside, they're inside. So this one is more like this person feels bothered by the fact that they're inside the cathedral. The challenge is that they're inside the cathedral. So how can I tap into this properly? And the reason why you make them feel that way is that, like, you have the Ten of Cups. In the initial, how you make them feel, you have the Moon card. In the middle section, or in the present, how you make them feel, I was gonna say the Lovers card. It popped in my head, but you have the World card here, and And how do you make them feel? How do you make them feel? They know you like them. Okay, male or female, whoever is here, they know you like them. But then again, like, you have a certain guard up, and that's what's making them, like, be very patient with you. Because how you make them feel is more like they're free, okay? They're free. Why they're free? Because how do you make them feel? So with the storm and the animal, it's more like an animal, okay? Like the person was more like an animal. So animals are their truest nature when they're in nature, okay? So when there's a freedom element, it's a person that feels good. Because it's an animal, okay? An animal does not feel happy when it's caged. So this person is happy that they're free. Okay, like how you make them feel is that they have a vision, and they're working towards it, but they're leaving you. Okay, so when they're leaving you, it's more like the opportunity of them, or of you meeting them, is going. And why they feel this way is more like perhaps you are like they perhaps know you want them, and you're their wish fulfillment, or they like you. Okay, it's just that it's like this is also what's bothering them, though. The fact that you allow them freedom. In their headspace, you're allowing them freedom. You are allowing them to lead, but leave is also the word. Like leave for battlefields, leave the room, leave the day, and there's no chain attached to it. There's no chain attached to it. This is how they feel. But then again, the cup of love is with them. So it's more like a person that loves you, but then again, you're letting them go, kind of thing. So it's like a sad situation overall. That's where the challenge is, being the Five of Pentacles, is because I'm worried about the element that I have the freedom, which is definitely it. But then again, if I want to kind of be with you, I need to entangle myself, right? If I need to be with you, I need to entangle myself. I need to be in union with you. So this is how you make them feel. It's more like they're being very patient here. But why they're feeling this way, it's more like you have the Ace of Cups, which is also you again. Okay, so this is how they see you. You're the lotus flower swan lady here with an instrument. Here in this card, you have the Ace of Cups, which is also the Venus lady, okay? And then you have the Nine of Cups in the middle section. As in, like, how you make them feel is more like you are the aim, okay? Like you're this sweet, gentle, mature, not talkative beauty or handsome guy, and you're at a distance from me. So my wish is at a distance from, I see it, but it's at a distance from me. And how you make me feel is I'm leaving you. There's no chains. You're not chaining me to you. That's how you make me feel. You're not chaining me to you. In the initial, it's more like with the Tower card, like a full moon. You have two towers. Okay, for me, full moon, it's more like there's like when there's too much light, it can be blinding to that point. How did you make me feel in the initial? You wanted to hide your feelings. Because crab, like, that's Cancer again. So there's something emotional about you. Like, I feel your emotions, but I also feel the element of you like deceiving me somehow. I feel deceived a bit here. I feel like you could definitely, like, how do you make me feel? It's more like I want to take care of you, but then again, like, I'm blind here, or I'm acting blind, or I'm deceiving you that I'm blind to it, but then again, I feel it. How do you make me feel? Okay, look, the moon card with the Cancer there, it's more like I want to take care of you. I want to protect you. How do you make me feel? I want to protect you. I want to be the moon here element, as in like God, like protect you during the night, perhaps. That kind. Very interesting. In the middle section with the World card, how do you make me feel? Like, I feel like there's something, I'm not gonna say weird, it's enchanting. I feel enchanted. I feel like my head is like in my subconscious a bit, because there's a lot of water here, there's a lot of moon here, and moon with water, it's intense, okay? Full moon is intense too, okay? So on full moon day, the energies are more enhanced, okay? Be it's a crazy intense energy, it's insane, it's meditative. The more you kind of are in an energy, like let's say you were sad that day and it's a full moon day, you become even more sadder, okay? Like your emotions, you can't control them, etc. If you're very happy, you become very ecstatic that on a full moon day, okay? So it enhances your state of being, okay? So somehow there's a lot of water energy, okay? There's a lot of subconscious or like ethereal element here, because we're going energy, okay? Be it it's more palpable in the form of I'm in front of you and I feel you gaze at me. When you're gazing at me, I'm feeling like I have freedom here, okay? But you're not chaining me to you, which is making me want you even more, perhaps, because you're my ideal type and you're my wish fulfillment, because I've always longed for someone who will not chain me, okay? I've always longed for someone who will not chain me, or I don't like people that chain me. So that's why there's a good relation. I have a good emotion. I have good emotions towards you. Like that. It's like I have that equal give. I don't know why. It's an equal give and take for this one. As in, like, you're not chaining me, and that's how you're respecting my space, perhaps. You're respecting my goals. But then again, I have emotions and my emotions are coming with me. But you're not. You know, it's like that. This is how you make them feel. Okay? And they want to protect you. Okay? When you do these gazing, or when they're aware you're gazing at them, or when they're feeling your energy, let's say, they want to protect you. But then again, how you make them feel again is that you don't need protection. You're safe and you're okay in your own headspace, but you're protected somehow. It's more like nobody can touch you. You're up there energy. Okay? And it's like they're putting you on the pedestal and they're believing that you're not like, you are, but then again you're not interested in them. That's the dilemma here. This is how you're making them feel. You like them, they like you too, but then again you're not chaining them, which they like, but then again that's the problem. You're not chaining them. Because you have divine masculine, that's the vibe I go in. As in, like, I want to give things form. I want to conquer you. Connected to you. That's the divine masculine energy. It's more like conquer, nurture, make sure that it's protected. Those kinds. Even though here in this card, the moon is a very feminine energy, but there's a male's face here. It's not a woman's face. So perhaps the full moon could be connotation of masculine energy instead of a feminine, because then again, light is masculine, which is the reflection of the sun. New moon is definitely it's darkness. So darkness is definitely feminine energy. Oh my god. Okay. I just kind of woke up to those things. Holy mother. Then again, I'm kind of realizing that you could be both female and male because you have both lights. But then again, you yourself are free, okay? You yourself are free. But then again, at the end, how I'm feeling, it's more like someone has restricted you from coming towards me. It could be that somebody kidnapped you, as it could be somebody put you in this state. As in, like, you don't see perhaps that I like you. You don't see that I like you. You're kind of tight rope. There's tight ropes around you. So somebody has kind of like made you believe that I'm not interested. That is making you feel conflicted towards me. So this is how you make them feel. This is how you make them feel. Okay, so this is the reading for pile 1. Okay, so there's the storm here too. Okay, like there's a storm. There's a lot of lightning bolts. Okay, so for some of you, they're being very patient, but then again, after a while, they're definitely gonna lose their patience and they're gonna kind of their temper is gonna get the better of them. And what will this bring outcome? You're realizing that they have emotions towards you. But what are you gonna do with the emotions that they have towards you? But this one is more about how you make them feel. So it's more we'll just keep it the way it is, okay? Because I have the Tower card. It's more like you have the Tower card with the Knight of Swords. That's really kind of, it's bothering your person that you like them and you're letting them free. And you're free yourself. It's bothering your person because they want to be in a relationship with you. because they like you. They want to have happiness with you and sensuality. They have sensuality with you already. You make them feel sensations that they've never felt before. But what they want is joy. It's Two of Cups. It's conquer you. So, but they realize that there is somebody that's restricting you, restraining you. Like there's like you're stuck somewhere, not because you were like, your person is believing that on a physical level somebody has tied, like somebody is not allowing you to make your own choices, or somebody has mentioned certain things to you that is keeping you stuck there, like acting like you don't see me, but then again I feel that you want me, but you're acting like you don't see me because there's judgment connected to you or connected to me. How do you make me feel, or how do I feel when I look at you is more like, I know you like me. You give me space to breathe, but you're letting me go. You're not chaining me to you, and that's bothering me. Because I like you. I want to protect you. And I like the fact that you're a free person. You're very masculine somehow, but then again, you're mature, you're sensitive, you're gorgeous, you're up there, you're in your own world perhaps, or you have your own visions, and I like that too. But in the near future or at the end, it's more like I'm waking up to the fact that somebody like you would definitely be the type that would put the actions towards me. So I'm kind of waking up to the fact that you're acting conflicted because somebody definitely tied you up there. It's not of your free will somehow. Okay? You were like a prisoner, or you were the victim of something. Okay? Be it's people that used to stay away from me, and the ropes and the swords are connected to those. As it could be your own self-judgment. But this one, it's more like it's external to you. There's a third party that I'm kind of feeling is making you stuck there when I know you like me. Energetically, I feel it. It's like that. But I'm a person that has a temper, and I'm not very patient. Okay? Like, I have a temper to me. I'm hot-headed a bit. Like, it's not even hot-headed. It's more I'm electric. Like, I don't wait. I just happen. You know? It's like I just happen. It's impulsive. Like that. So that was pile 1. Now pile 2, whoever chose the Fountain Tarot, welcome to your reading. I hope you're all safe and healthy in this time. So let us see, how do you make them feel? Or how did they feel? But it's more, how do you make them feel towards you? Like, what are their feelings towards you, but how do you make them feel? Your actions, your behaviors, your thought, like what you're talking about, perhaps what your thoughts are, could be. How do you make them feel? Okay, so what was my vibe connected to you? Movement. There was move. I wanted to move things forward. Okay. I wanted to move there. Okay, so I needed movement. I needed stimulation. I needed to stimulate somehow. Okay, how I saw you. Acceptance. You were accepting my movements. You're accepting me. Which means that you were aware, but you were consciously accepting my movement. My movement. Okay, so who am I? What archetype was I in? The unseen. I was transparent with you, but it's can you give me something palpable, like with the unseen? I need something like the crone. How do you make me feel? But who am I? It's the unseen with the crown. There is witchcraft here, okay? I don't want to lie to here, but there is some witchcraft. If it's not witchcraft, it's like a consciousness in the form of an energy, or it's in the form of a magic. Magic is here, this one, because I'm seeing you as acceptance, which is the heart space, okay? Heart space can be very insane, as it could be very like the mediator, okay? So if it's harmonious, it's well managed, it's well, you know, taken care of, it's stable, it's harmonious, okay? But here it's you're harmonious, this one. How did I see you? You were harmonious. No matter what, I can't go negative here. It's very harmonious. Accepting. Wow. I saw you as a very accepting person. Very loving person. Love is in your nature, basically. And who was I? It's more like with the crone and the unseen. Unseen, it's more a person perhaps that has that metaphysics elements is interesting to them. They see those things. They see the core of people, perhaps. And they saw your core, perhaps. And with the crone, it's the crow, okay? The crow is a very symbol. It looks many, okay. Growing up, but I believe that crows were like evil, omen, and all that kind of stuff. But then again, waking up to spirituality, you realize to what point a crow is intelligent, okay? Like a crow, it eats certain things. It kind of eats eyes and all that kind of stuff. But then again, now that I'm kind of the unseen, and then there's an eye in the unseen, I need to but I'm holding the crow, which means that magic is in my hands, this one. I'm manipulating magic here. How do you make me feel? But this is me. Who am I? It's more like the unseen with the crown. I'm a magician. This one. The only thing I can say, it's a magician, okay? Where it's a person that has a certain power over ether, okay? Like, I know how to do things with metaphysics, okay? This one, and you have movement. So how I was feeling connected to you is I was moving towards you. And you were accepting me moving towards you. Okay. I don't know. What vibe was I in connected to you? Like, soul. This is definitely soul time. This is definitely soul time. This okay. It's definitely core energy, this one. So what relationship I perceive you and me to have? awareness. So we both aware of each other. What do I wish to have with you? Honesty. I want you and me to have an honest conversation. Okay? But I don't know in what way we can go honest with this. It's a relationship that supports our choice to be courageously truthful and genuine with kindness and tact. But the relationship, honesty with what? Abundance. I don't know how to kind of ground this. This one, it's what kind of relationship I wish to have. It's be true. You be true with me and I be true with you, perhaps. But this is definitely a magician's vibe. Like a warlock or a witch. Somebody who has a certain mastery over metaphysical stuff. Like they have a very good throat chakra, or their throat chakra is active. It's balanced. And perhaps some, third eye chakra activity. But this one, it's like it's not like I want to say it's palpable, but then again it's not. This is more like sensing each other's souls, perhaps. It's more like we're aware of each other, technically. And I'm doing something and you're accepting it. As if it's not, like you accept it, like you are loved, so you accept it. That's all I have. Okay, we're just gonna start reading. So how do you make me feel? How do you make me feel? 7 of Cups. Oh, you're looking at me out of all your options. Okay, you're looking at me out of all your options. Okay, you're looking at me. Okay, whoever I am, the crone with the unseen, you are looking at me, and like you're naked. You have nothing to hide. How do you make me feel? Like you're looking at me straight ahead and you have nothing to hide. Okay, like you're naked with me. Something of the sort, okay? With the 2 of Swords, what's my challenge? Is to steer some emotions in you. It's like to steer some emotions in you. Why so? Because you're you're very like beautiful. I would say you're beautiful. How do you make me feel? So we have the Fool in reverse. You have the 5 of Coins in reverse. And in the near future, you have the 4 of Wands in reverse. But can I know what the 4 of Wands means here? Oh my god. You have the 9 of Coins with the King of Swords. Below the deck, what do we have? The Magician. It's definitely the Magician. Okay, like this one, they're observing you like shit, but you're observing, you're just glancing, you're not afraid of the thing. Or how do you make me feel? Like you love me. Of all your options, you're just staring at me. You don't have other options, okay? You don't have any options. I'm the only one, perhaps. And why I feel this way is because perhaps you're the only one for me too. Or you are very no, you are the only one for me too, perhaps. You are my Empress, or you are a very beautiful woman. Okay, but what does the Magician want, though? You have the Three of Swords, the Mountain, union, but then again, it's transparency. Yeah, definitely they want transparency with you, okay? Like, but in what way? Like, help me put the pieces together, perhaps. This one. But why the Three of... You have the Three of Swords and you have the Four of Coins. But it's a magician. What does the magician want with you, though? Ace of Wands. So the magician wants Ace of Wands with you. They want it all with you. So how do you make them feel? How do you make me feel at that time is that you were looking at me nakedly, okay? You didn't have any other option. Other options were around you, but you were just looking at me, okay? You had other options. You're not looking at that. You're just looking at me, okay? Straight ahead, nakedly like that, okay? Why so is because you are my empress, okay? Or my emperor, but this is empress energy. This is more like you're such a beautiful person, so natural, so loving. It's like you're mother nature yourself, okay? That's why you were staring back at me beautifully like this, okay? It's more like you're looking at me, okay? Like you're looking at me, you see me, okay? You see me. You see something in me, but you see my soul, perhaps. That's the thing. Because you see me for who I am, perhaps. My core could be. I don't know. But my challenge connected to you is more like make you walk on eggshells. My challenge was to make you walk on eggshells or to steer you, to create havoc in you. But you were accepting everything I was giving you. So my stimulation or my magic was not working. So how did you make me feel in the initial? Foolish. Like you made me feel like I was either foolish, you made me feel like I was gambling, or you made me feel like I wanted to take a risk. Made me feel those things. In the middle section with the Five of Coins, I felt, I don't want to say, like, I don't understand why it felt ignored. Okay? How did you make me feel? Like, you made me feel like I was lonely. You made me feel like I had lost a lot of stuff. You made me feel like I was... I don't know why I felt unimportant. You made me feel like I was unimportant. Me. But you're staring at me though. You're staring at me nakedly like that out of all your options. Okay? Why so? Because you like me, perhaps. But it's not even you like... I don't know if you like me, this one. But you're staring at me. You're not intimidated by me. You're not afraid of me. You're not getting triggered by me. You're just accepting my movements. You're accepting my move. Blindly like that. You have a certain fate element. You're just loving. Like, you don't criminalize people, perhaps. That's the thing. You don't see... Like, I don't want to say you don't keep grudges, but it's like, how I saw you, you have a big heart. Like, you're beautiful like that. It's like that. But I felt like Like, I was ashamed, perhaps, that I was feeling this way. I was searching for something from you, though. Seven of Wands. I don't get it. What was the movement connected to? Communication. Yeah, honesty could be communication. As if, like, perhaps you still didn't communicate with me. You just gazed at me. You were just gazing at me from a distance. But you were looking at me as if I'm the only option there. And my challenge connected to how you made me feel was that I wanted you to feel like you were walking on eggshells, so you would do something about it. Okay? Or you would kind of stand, like you would be my puppet here. Like that. It's a bit like that. Perhaps I like to control things. If I'm the magician, perhaps I might kind of like to control things. Things need to kind of be manipulated somehow. With my hands. I don't know. With the Fool, it's more like I wanted to take a risk. When I did take the risk, or when I was feeling that way, I kind of also felt like I was being abandoned, or I was being isolated, or I was being rejected, or ostracized, or exiled. Or I felt poor. How you made me feel? I felt poor. I felt poor. You made me feel like I was poor. Okay. Holy Mother. I don't know, guys. And there's a lot of green colors. So you were wearing green color, perhaps something green, or it's not even important. Okay, whatever color you were wearing. More than anything, this person felt like they were poor. Connected to you. I don't know. Like, it's like that. And in the near future, with the Four of Wands, the Nine of Coins, and the King of Swords. Okay, on a physical level, how you made me feel was I was very, like, mental with you. Okay, you made me feel like you saw me being very mental with you. But deep down inside, with the Four of Wands and the Nine of Coins, like, look, I'm still admiring your confidence. It's not even a confidence. There's a wisdom to you. There's an abundance to you. And like, with the Four of Wands, how you made me feel is more like I'm too strict for you, or I'm like too mental. I'm too kind of like anal somehow. You made me feel anal, okay? You made me feel like I was like a King of Swords or something. Like I was too strong, or too like direct, or too like strict is the word. With the Nine of Coins, internally, how you made me feel is more like what is this? The Four of Wands is the King of Swords with the Nine of Coins. The Four of Wands is the King of Swords and the Nine of Coins. It's like, it's understanding what the Four of Wands is, because I'm not understanding the card with the King of Swords and the Nine of Coins. As in, like, Four of Wands could be foundations, creating relationships that are founded, you know, like grounded somehow. It's a energy of union, as in, like, four people are working together so that this is happening, you know. It's like a union of four people, basically. So how you made me feel was that I wanted to found sponsor you, made me feel like I wanted to sponsor you. Like, I don't want to say donate to you here. It's not really the word, because I feel poor though here. I feel poor. I don't think you need donations, this one. Like, internally I felt poor. As in, like, I didn't have the abundance you had, perhaps. Because what I want to have with you is honest abundance, okay? Like, I want you to be honest about this element of abundance of yours. Perhaps I'm kind of, like, seeing you as a very abundant person. But more than abundance, there's a receptivity, like something prosperous. It's fruitful, it's motherly, it's nature. You know how nature is? It's, like, very... it's alive, but then again, it's, you know, that gentleness, that love. So this person, how you made them feel, like they wanted to show you also that they're abundant like you, but then again, they felt very, like, mental more than anything. They felt like you saw them as being a very strict and mental person, and hence why you're more like single, let's say. You have your own wisdom, you have your own foundations. So it's more like perhaps you could definitely be a good catch for me, okay? Like, it could definitely be a good catch for me, be it business wise, and I could definitely feel more moderated with you in my business or in my life even, okay? So this one, it's a very soul to soul gazing, perhaps. It's a soul to soul interaction, perhaps, and it's a magician. It's a person that is aware of, I don't know, I want to keep this very palpable, but then again, they tried perhaps controlling you or making you feel nervous, but what they ended up feeling is that they themselves felt like not accepted. This element of, like, when I'm saying not accepted, it's more like things didn't go the way they wanted it to go. Because you didn't criminalize them, nor did you get triggered by their gazing. Their movement, you didn't get triggered by it. You left them in the cold somehow. Like, they wanted to take a chance, and you left when they were about to, like, oh, they wanted to give you a chance right there and then, okay, when you were gazing at them, because you liked them, or they were the only option. You like this person. But this person kind of felt like you rejected them when they were gonna gamble, or when they were gambling, you rejected them. Hence why they kind of felt like you kind of saw them to be more mental, and you were independent, and I still don't get the last what is the Four of Wands here? I wanted to found a relationship with you, okay? I want to talk with you. I wanted to kind of, like, establish something fruitful with you, because you made me feel like you wanted me. You were single, right? And that was my truth. I wanted to move towards, I moved towards you, which you accepted. And you accepted me completely. But then again, during that gazing, You made me feel like I was abandoning you, though. Either I was poor, or you were abandoning me because you were poor, perhaps. I don't know this one. There's an element of you're gazing at me, you're accepting everything. And I'm the only one out of all your options, okay? But in that gazing element, I felt, you made me feel like either I'm gonna abandon you, or you're gonna abandon me, or you abandoned me. Or you didn't want to give. There's so many ways of seeing it. You didn't want to give up on me. Okay, so perhaps it's like when I was about, how you made me feel is I wanted to gamble. Okay, and when I gambled, or when I was gambling, when I was doing the movement, okay, you made me feel like perhaps you felt like I was abandoning you, or you felt like I was keeping you in the cold, okay? Hence why in the near future, or hence why afterwards, you made me feel like I wanted to create a foundation, okay? But my challenge was to make you walk on eggshells a bit. But it didn't work, okay? Hence why I went more mental on you. As if like you're single and I want to create a foundation, but I'm going mental here. So you're making me feel like I'm going mental. Anyways, this is what's happening in your person's headspace. Okay? So that's what it was. Now, pile 3, whoever chose Night Sun Tarot, welcome to your reading. I hope you're all safe and healthy in this time. So let us see, how did you make your person feel? Okay, like how did you make them feel towards you? Okay, like how were they feeling? What were they thinking? What was happening, you know, like inside their headspace connected to you? If there is interaction or there's something of that sort, you'll know. Okay, so with the Night Sun, let's see what vibe your person was connected to you at that time. Reflection. I hadn't made up my mind. I was trying to kind of observe you, perhaps. I'm kind of like observing you again, or I'm thinking about you again, or I'm kind of like going through my emotions about you again. But then again, there's no like, it's like I'm in between. I'm in, like, it's indecisive energy. My vibe towards you, I didn't know what to do with you. It's like that. Okay, like I'm stuck there. Reflecting, thinking. I'm stuck thinking. I haven't made up my mind. I'm kind of like reflecting, visualizing, reevaluating, studying, you know? So it could be like I'm studying you. I'm kind of like observing you, like with a loop, something of the sort. Okay, so how did I see you? Okay, how did I see you? You had fear. Can you give me something else? You were fearing me, or I was fearing you? You have healing. And then you have healing. I'm channeling the Bardo. It's an archetype, but I'm gonna see. But this is about how I saw you, like how you are being looked at. Okay, like my opinion of your vibe. And this is the cave. So the person's energy of that day, or the person's archetype, is the cave. Okay. Still can't understand how, like, I don't know if I was you're frightening. You're frightening. How did I see you? You're frightening. But then again, there's something healing about you. Like there's a side to you that's frightening, but at the same time there's a side to you that's healing. So I heard bipolar, but then again, I don't know if it's how they saw you. But then again, it's the cave. So the cave is also somebody like hidden, okay? Like you don't know who they are, you just see eyes. So they themselves are like there's something spooky about them. I don't know. This one, we're not gonna go in those energies, but if I need to go there, I guess I'll go there. So the vibe I was in connected to you, like the energy connected to you. Authority. Yeah, this one is definitely I want to have authority over you. Like I'm more authoritative. Like things need to go in my in my way, or it's like it needs to be for me kind of thing. Okay, it's like a chess piece. You're like a chess piece and I'm the one playing the chess piece kind of thing, a bit. And what type of relationship they had with you? Duality. Okay. Yeah, because this definitely is connected to the way they're seeing you. You have fear and you have healing. Okay, so there's duality here. Like, what do you and I have? It's we don't know what we have. Okay, it's opposites attract perhaps, or we're kind of like trying to cope with each other. Okay, like we're two opposites, but then again, we're compatible. We're two opposites, but we're compatible. Okay, and where I wish this relationship to go, you have 7th chakra with balance. So let me start reading, because if I don't kind of continue on, it's it's gonna take forever. So how did you make me feel? Okay, like you have the 4 of Cups. Like you were interested elsewhere. You were interested elsewhere. Your focus was elsewhere, but it was a bit like crazy. It's more like it's crazy. My challenge connected to you, okay? My challenge connected to the way you were making me feel is that you're very sexy, okay? But you're crazy, like I don't know what this energy is. The reason why is that way. This is how you make me feel, but the reason why you make me feel this way is the 5 of Cups. In the initial, you have the High Priestess. Okay. In the middle section, you have the 2 of Cups. And then in the near future, you have the 9 of Swords. Okay. Like, I don't know where I stand, but I've been, like, I don't want to say obsessing, but I've been thinking about, like how do you make me feel is that I think about you a lot, okay? Like, I reflect. Every time I see you, I kind of observe you, okay? Like, I observe you. I'm curious about you. I study you, and I'm kind of reevaluating you, okay? I'm reevaluating you, okay? Now, how I see you, Joe, is the fear and healing. So there's something insanely frightening about you. It's crazy. Okay, like your facial expression is intense. Okay, your anger is intense. Your passion is intense. Your intensity is like on a scale of 100 or something of the sort. You're intense. People fear you or something, or it's like you have a frightening something about you. Okay, like it's insane. Like, you kill people. You're a woman. Like, I'm not gonna say you're a man. You eat men or something. But then again, there's something healing about you. Okay, like in this intensity, this crazy facial expression, this anger showing, or like this I don't know, there's anger, there's intensity, there's control, there's insanity to you, okay? Like, you're insane or something, okay? But then again, there's something very healing about you. Like, I feel it's funny. It's a very dual. This one, I see the duality inside of you, okay? Like, I see the intense side to you, as I can see the abuser as I can see the healer, okay? Like, it's like that. How I see you, you're very fearful, okay? Like, people fear you, okay? Like, I fear you. No, I don't fear you, this one. I'm the cave, okay? Like, I'm spooky as shit myself, okay? Like, I hide myself. Nobody knows who I really am somehow, you know? So, but I have a certain, like, I have a certain power to me too, okay? Like, I can be spooky like you, okay? You know when in the forest there's eyes that sparkle, but it's dark. So you see the sparkling eyes? It's like that, okay? But a human version. You know, it's not an animal, technically. It's a human like that. And the cave, you know? Cave is dark. Cave is in the forest. Not everyone goes there. But then again, it's a real caveman, perhaps. Or it has the knowledge of a caveman. But it's more intelligent than a caveman. Okay? It's more like a yogi that kind of meditates in the cave when it's raining outside. So the only way they can continue their sadhanas or their kind of, you know, their asanas or their meditation, their kriyas, is to go under a cave or stay like seated under a tree, you know, so that it will keep their body and spine erect, because it's immense. It's the risk they take. It's not easy to, like, the temperature it goes through, it's insane, okay? Like, what yogis do with their bodies, their body, their mind, their whole entity, it's fascinating, okay? So I don't know, this might be a person like that, as is just understand the energy here. It's a person that's capable of many things, okay? It's a person that's survival mode all the time, okay? It's a person that also is quite meditative, but in this meditativeness they have a certain authority, okay? Like, how the connection between you and them is that of authority. I want to tame you, though. I want to tame you that's fearless and intense like that, but then again has a healing side to them, okay? I want to tame you, which means that I want to possess you, perhaps, as it could be like I want to lead you on, or I want to kind of understand what I'm going to do with you next, okay? And I'm very aware of this. Like, you could definitely be like a person that has authority, like me. Okay, so that's where the duality is starting to kind of take shape, because perhaps the thing in common that you have is that you're both authoritative. But then again, both your personalities, I'm not gonna say clash, but they're dual to each other, as if like it's similar, but then again it's not. Okay, because it's different from them. You're different from them, because the cave energy is not necessarily Kali and, you know, Vishnu, I think, with the healing. Not really good with the gods, but you know, forgive me. But there's such a, you know, like there's such rejuvenated energy to you. Okay, like there's such to you, like there's so much to you. It's like that. You're intense, but then again, you have a healing nature to you. Intense like that. you have a healing dualism to you. What I wish to establish with you is a more balanced, harmonious connection. Okay, so the frequency of balance supports our ability to find harmony with all aspects of our three-dimensional and multi-dimensional layers of reality. So I want to have harmony with you. And with the seventh chakra, it supports our feeling of being connected to a higher power and part of a larger whole. So overall, I don't know why, but there's a leader vibe here. Okay, so I want both of us to be harmonious, but in a grander dimension. Okay, or in many facets of our lives. Could be very romantic, as it might not be. Okay, but this one, it's more like it's a person that's like looking at the core of you. And with the Four of Cups, they're kind of like, how you're making them feel is that you're focused on something else, okay? And with such intensity, okay, like you're focused on it to the point that this focus element is making them feel rejected, okay? Why? Because they're holding on to you, but then again, there's the third party. So there are third parties here and they're holding on to you. Or because you're focused on something, they're kind of feeling like you're rejecting them. But why so is because they want you to hold on to them, but then again, they're having missed opportunities by them kind of holding on to you, kind of thing. And what's their challenge with the star card? It's you're sexy. You're very sexy. That's my challenge. My challenge is that you're sexy. This usually, I don't like this. It's hot as shit for me, okay? Like, it's a woman that's sexy as shit, okay? Like, it's the star, definitely. But it's like it's a woman that can eat men, perhaps. It's like a woman that can seduce men. It's like Mother Earth to its fullest, you know? Like the fate element, the mother that gave birth to you. That intense energy of a mother figure. You know, like it's a female that represents this. It's the representation of life and creation. And, you know, things that go on and karma in its own way. Or it could be gravity, perhaps, here, this one. Stars. But then again, I don't know. There's so much to you. But there's a sexy vibe to you. That's my challenge, though. Resisting your sex appeal. Your intensity yet healing abilities, because the star is also a healer. It's like hope, having that hope element. And sometimes when you have hope, you feel like you're healing a situation, you know, time will heal somehow, but you're having the hope that time will heal, kind of thing. It's a bit that vibe. But fear and healing can definitely be the star energy a bit. Like you're a star or a star seed, perhaps you can go there. But this one, there's an intensity to you, but it's not something I fear. I'm observing that you're fearless. I'm observing this, like, insane intensity. That's you, your anger, your passion, your kind of like degrading man or something. I don't know. It's a man here. It's like is lying on the floor, you know, but it's like can chop people's heads up, you know, like you have a dictatorship vibe to you, but then again there's a healing vibe too. So you're like a dictator, but then again at the same time you're tender, you're loving, you're uplifting, you're like inspiring, perhaps it's like that. Anyways, how did you make me feel in the initial? It's more like with the High Priestess. I was like, I'm just gonna stay away and I'm gonna observe you more, okay? Like, I know certain things, or I have my own intuition, or how you made me feel. It's more like you knew I was reflecting about, oh my god, like, you knew I was observing you, but you were not saying anything, okay? So there's this element of silence, okay? But the silent element is in the form of a vibe, okay? It's a vibe that's like intense, dark. There's an awareness, okay? How you made me feel is either I wanted to hide and still secretly observe you, okay? This is how you made me feel. In the middle section, like, you made me feel like my heart was pumping, okay? Like, you were in sync with me, though. Or it's not even that, because you're not observing me that much. How do you make me feel? Look, if you're not looking at me, I want you to look at me. Okay, because I know you're single. Like, how do you make me feel? It's more like, look, you make me feel like I want to work harder on you, okay, and making you juggle me with that other thing you're focusing on. And then in the near future, it's more like with the Nine of Swords in reverse, it's more like you made me feel like I could have it. You made me feel like I could have it. Can I have something else with this Nine of Swords? Like, you made me feel like I could have it, okay? I could have it all with you, this one. Like, you could definitely be my wife, this one. Like, this one, it's like, if I'm the cave and you're the fear and the healing, you could definitely be my woman, okay? Or the mother of my children. Or, like, you can definitely be the death of me. But then again, it's not even that. It's transformation. And I'm strong enough for that, okay? So this one is more a vibe of, I'm kind of like manifesting this to happen. This is how you made me feel that time. You're the one for me. You like me too, perhaps. As it's more like you're the one for me. After all that reflection, I made up my mind, perhaps, that I wanted harmony with you. More than taming you, I wanted to kind of arrive to a state of harmony. Because you and me are pretty similar somehow, but then again, we're compatible. And transformation and rebirth, reproduction can happen between you and me somehow. I don't know. It's intense, but then again, this is what I have. Now, pile for whoever chose Millennium Thoth Tarot, welcome to your reading. I hope you're all safe and healthy in this time. So let us see, how did you make me feel? Okay, how did you make me feel that time? How did you make them feel? Or how do you make them feel? It's not a question of time. It's more a question of present moment or in the near future. But then again, we want to know what's in the moment right now, okay? So whichever way it is, it's timeless reading, 100%. Okay, I'll just create the Celtic spread first. So you have the Knight of Cups. You made me feel like... I don't know, you made me feel like I wanted to commit. My challenge connected to you is the Fool card. The reason why is this with the High Priestess. Initially it's more like Prince of Pentacles, Two Swords in reverse, and Knight of Wands with the Ace of Wands. I'm just gonna read this once and then I'm gonna kind of open the cards and perhaps read to you again, okay? But what do I have below the deck? You have the Nine of Swords. So how did you make me feel? A bit anxious, but then again, wanting to start something really fresh, ASAP in the moment, okay? So overall, how you make me feel is more like I wanted to kind of seduce you a lot, okay? You made me feel like I could definitely be your guardian angel and fight for the Cancer, the emotions. How did you make me feel? Okay, I'll just read it this way, but then again, I'm gonna kind of open the cards and then I'm gonna give you another one. Or I'll just open I'm gonna open all of them. It's okay. What vibe was... Yeah, love. Yeah, okay. This was my dilemma, so I got the answer. So it's good, because I was gonna go in love energy, but I wasn't sure if I had to go there. And anger. Yeah, love and anger towards you. Because somehow, it's more like with the Two Swords, there was something that perhaps happened. And I don't remember what we had below the deck. You had the Nine of Swords. Like, my mind was becoming mushy, okay? Like, I couldn't think properly, okay? Like, I couldn't think properly. Because the vibe I went towards you is love. My heart was pumping for sure. But then again, I was angry at you somehow. Who am I? The Lover. Okay, that day I was your lover, perhaps. I wanted to be your lover, or I was in a lover's vibe. I was seductive, I was groomed properly, because here with the Knight of Cups, it's more like there's a peacock here and there's a swan there, okay? So you have the Lover's card. How did I see you? Right action, positive energy. You were in your element, baby, okay? Like, you were in your element. You were putting the right action. And you were giving me positive energy. Okay? Or what type of person I see you as? The Chariot type, okay? Like, somebody who, like, you rush towards the things that you like intensely, okay? And with the right action, it's more like you do the right actions. Okay. What vibe I was in also? You have perception. So I was trying to kind of perceive you. I was perceiving you. And coherent. So I was what vibe I go connected to? It's coherence and perception. So I understand your discernment. Perhaps I discern you more, okay? And what relationship you and I have? Attraction. So we're both attracted to each other, but what do I want to have with you? Soul. I want to be soulmates with you, this one. It's not just lovers. I want to be soulmates with you. What do we have? Attraction. We're both attracted to each other. At least from my perception, is I'm attracted to you and you should be attracted to me. I'm convinced of that. Why? Because I'm 100% discerning here. Okay, like discernment and perception and I'm coherent. Okay, and I like you a lot. Like, my heart is pumping. But then again, I'm angry. Or it could also be because I just channeled one of my best friend's husband. Okay, he's very clairaudient, clairvoyant, or he has a certain other wisdom. Okay, and he once explained to me how a man's erection happens. It's more, the organ of a man is muscle. Okay, it's like it's not even a muscle, it's a vein. It's veins. Okay, it's all nerve endings. And when a person like touches like when a woman gives a man, or a man touches a man's phallic, okay, it's when there's friction or when there's movement, it's like veins that are coagulating. It's like the vein is active there, so that's why it becomes erected, because the man starts to kind of have like the pulse, the tension goes high a bit, the tension goes high, if I'm explaining it properly. But it's veins, okay? Like, I didn't know phallics were veins, okay? It's like a vein. It's a big vein. It's a muscle, but with a lot of nerve endings. And when the man is turned on, or when they're attracted, it could also kind of be, I don't want to say it's turned on, because it can't be this turn. It's not logical for me. Anyways, so it could be that I'm kind of angry, as it could be that my head is like, when you're angry, your head is about to explode somehow, like, feel the tension rising, but then again, connected with love. That's why there needs to be movement. I don't remember what he explained, but he said the more there was movement, it releases the tension. It's like a release mechanism. That's why they like to kind of, it's not masturbate, but that's the process connected to, touching your own phallic, or kind of needing to release, is because there's the head pumps, the heart pumps more, so there's tension rising, so you want the tension to kind of go down. So there's that element of, perhaps this person is very turned on. The vibe they were in is that not only were they coherent and they were discerning, but then again, their heart was pumping, which also meant that they had more tension. A private space, okay, if this is a man overall. Okay, and if it's a woman, then a woman would be on nerve, perhaps. It could be if you're sexually frustrated, you could be on nerve too. I don't know. But for some part, I wasn't thinking, at some point in this, how you made me feel is that I'm kind of like, I'm not able to think. But you, on the other hand, you have the positive energy and you're doing the right action. You're doing the right things. Okay? And how you're making me feel is more like I'm kind of make me feel like I'm a fool in love. Make me feel like a handsome man, handsome woman. You make me feel like I'm gorgeous. Okay, so for some of you, this is how you see me, perhaps, and this is what turns me on even more. But then again, my challenge is to kind of showcase this to you. Okay, like showcase this, who I am, you know, like how sexy I could be, how like fertile and virile I am, you know, like that, this one, okay? And where's the sun? The sun is in this section, you know, like I was talking about the, you know, the veins and all. And why you made me feel this way is because the High Priestess, it's more like you were embracing me. You were shooting arrows at me, this one. You were shooting Cupid's arrows gently, secretly. It's like that. This is how you made me feel. And in the initial, how you made me feel was that I was a very like hardworking, stable, sensitive, you know, kept going. I kept going. I felt that way, okay? Like I felt that way connected to you. Like I was providing for you, perhaps, or I had a lot of fruits. You know, it's like the hardworking type. It's like an ox or a Taurus, feeling like in their element. That it's more like material gain, working hard on the fields, etc. But you know how cows and Tauruses are. They're very cute and emotional, and they're very like, they like affection and all that kind of stuff. You watch cows, they're so cute. Anyways, so the Two Swords, how you made me feel. How am I gonna read those Two Swords? How did you make me feel with the Two Swords? What is this Two Swords connected to? It's like I have like the... Okay, I'm gonna just shuffle this because I want an answer. Two Swords, only the Two Swords. Like, yes, the Three of Wands, but how did you make them feel? Like, okay, like you were hypnotizing them, okay? Like they were under your spell somehow, okay? Like they were frustrated because they didn't know you wanted to give them a try, this one. They didn't know that you wanted to give them a try. You're observing them like shit, okay? You have hypnotized, like you were doing the right actions with a positive energy. You were in a positive energy. You were kind of facing me head on and in the right ways. Okay, like your actions were right. We're doing the right actions. Okay, connected to me. That I kind of felt very like aroused. Okay, like I felt aroused. Like aroused is the word, this one. Made me feel aroused. How you made me feel? Aroused. And I believe you're doing it consciously. But then again, I'm kind of like, I'm cultivating feelings for you, but then again, I'm not showing you perhaps that I'm cultivating feelings towards you. More feelings if they already have feelings and you know about it, okay? And their challenge was to definitely like take the leap of faith connected to you, or connected to this engagement, this interaction, this communication, this opportunity at communicating. You have the Eight of... Okay, so it's whatever I said, I forgot what I was saying, but there's, at this opportunity you are offering me, communicating, and you were working hard on it, okay? So this is what it was. It's more like their challenge was to take the leap of faith when you were offering them communication and you are working hard on communicating with them. But how they felt at that time, or how you were making them feel, it's more like, I was not interested in you, but you wanted me to be interested in you. But I was always interested in you. You just didn't know it, perhaps. I don't know. But I want you to be attracted. Like, I'm attracted to you big time. But then again, I'm a bit frustrated at the fact that I'm attracted to you, and you're kind of like, I'm perhaps frustrated with myself and my own, how my body is behaving, perhaps, or how my nerves are behaving, perhaps, could be. Okay, but I want to be soulmates with you. And with the lover, it's more like I'm a person that is very like handsome, gorgeous, beautiful, sensuous and all, okay? And I'm seeing you as putting the positive energy in with the right actions, as if like I myself do those things, okay? But how I felt towards you is more like there is a lightning bolt. It's very tower energy, okay? It's the tower is just my phallic energy. It's an erection, okay? So with the love and erection, it's more like, because my heart was pumping, my body was reacting to this arousal, this right action of yours with the positive energy. It was reacting towards that. Okay, so this was a pile 4, now pile 5. Whoever chose Sexual Magic Tarot, welcome to your reading. I hope you're all safe and healthy in this time. So let us see how did you make them feel? Okay, how do you make them feel? Like they're interrupting you when you're kind of having conversation with other people. You're interrupting them. Okay. So how did you make them feel? I was gonna say how did they make you feel, but how did they make? It happens. I make mistakes when I talk. So how did you make them feel? Okay, how do you make them feel? The vibe I go when I was gonna say see you, but you have consciousness. So I'm more awake when it comes to you. Okay, like there's awareness where I'm more activated. Okay, as a person, I'm more awake. Usually if I'm kind of more like plain or more kind of monotone, monotone. I don't know how to say it in English. The word, it's more like I have just one tone and I stay on it. Like I talk like this. It's, oh my, like today I went to the bookstore and it's a slow way. It's like if a person was always slow, or they had like they're more activated when they're with you. Okay, it's a bit that vibe. It's more like I'm more awake, like my eyes are more open than usual. Okay, it's not like I kind of don't give a shit about things. I act like I'm bored or something. So I'm more alert. I'm more focused. Okay? So this is how it goes when the vibe connects you. There's a consciousness. There's an awareness. Who am I? Of that day. So you have the vessel with the threshold. Vessel, it's two very similar cards for me, man. It's the same liquid. Okay, here there's feet here, and there's a child that's standing at the threshold. Then you have the vessel, which is also a liquid of the same essence, perhaps, but small quantity, and there's the light there. So vessel is the body somehow, and the threshold could definitely be energy, bliss. For me, it's bliss in the form of a bliss. It's not even lava. Lava is like the end, but it's also transformation. It's that element of balancing. Even though it's chaotic, it's out of balance in that moment, but the purpose of a volcano popping is to kind of stabilize the temperature of the universe, universe perhaps, or the earth. Okay, we're gonna go more earth. So yeah, it stabilizes it. It's like the nose, the mouth, or the veins of Mother Earth, it's like that. It's also the anus of Mother Earth. It's how does she poop, or how does she kind of secrete or calibrate. Overall, there's so much. There's so much to Mother Earth we are not aware of, okay? Like, there's so much, okay? Like, the different types of catastrophes, forest deforestation, liquids. Okay, I don't remember any of the, the transiting from one state to the other, but it's all part of, it's all part of one thing. Anyways, I'm not gonna kind of embarrass myself anymore, but you understand the perspective. It's more like it's the holes where when it's too much heat in your body, you get a fever, right? So you need to release that fever. You need to sweat first. Sometimes there's a metaphor of like certain things happening in the Mother Earth that it's equivalent to sweating, but it's more to calibrate the balance of the earth, because it's very, like, it's a miracle how it is. You can watch a lot of documentary about the human body and seeing things that are similar, but then again things that are connected with the human body and things that are connected with the the changes of Mother Earth, which is the earth element. There's so much to life that meets the eye, okay? Like, it's not just Twitter and what you watch on iPads or YouTube and Netflix, okay? It's a lot more than that. Not just about sex either. It's not just about, I don't know, gaming. It's a lot more than that. Okay, but then again, who said gaming is wrong? Okay, I'm not saying it like that, okay? I understand technology is important. It's the intelligence of a human being. Let me just shut up. Anyways, so threshold and vessel. We're talking about these because I need to understand what these cards mean to me in this situation. Who's this person? What are the characteristics of your person you're here for? So, how do I see you? Okay, how do they see you? Transformation. like you're making people transform. You're forcing people to transform, okay? So let's say what type of person this is. Overall, it's a person that they're very close to their own happiness. But then again, what stops them is their own body, their own self-consciousness of their body. Okay, so this person might be very self-conscious of their body. Okay, but then again, I wanted to go more empowered here, but I don't know if we're going there. So I'm just gonna kind of open a card connected to conception. So overall, this is definitely conception card. Yeah. And the threshold is also that one step before that realization, that taking that one step forward towards a new vision kind of thing. And you have transformation and you have consciousness, this one, and you have conception. It's like, I want to conceive this idea. When I kind of see you, I'm more awake, I'm more alert, I'm more present, okay? And I'm kind of conceptualizing. So I'm very close to my own happiness. What's stopping me overall as a person, wherever I am, okay, towards you, is my own self-consciousness, but my body, okay? Like, my body is the thing that's blocking me towards my ultimate bliss, or that one step forward connected to my visions, okay? And how I see you overall is that you yourself are transformation. Like, you make people change. You change people. It's like they have no other choice but to face you, okay? They have no other choice but to overcome you, kind of thing. It's like that. That's how I see you. So I see you as someone imposing. I see you as someone who's kind of like strong, too strong, and a bit perhaps in their ego, but then again, it's not it. It's transformation. I need to keep it very simple. So what kind of relationship you and I have? As per me, you have third chakra, which is the solar plexus, which is the house of recognition. So perceptions overall. So I know you somehow. I recognized you and you recognized me. Could be that we work together in the same work environment, as we kind of, it's more community, who you are in a society kind of setting. So you and I, what type of relationship we have? Perhaps we're two human beings in society. That's one thing. But then again, we're humans, so we recognize each other as humans. But perhaps doesn't mean that we know each other. Okay? Could be that we know each other because we work together. We know each other because we volunteer together in the same community. It could be that we know each other from the same high school, university, CJEP, work environment, pastime, sports departments and all, okay? Could be we're both athletes or something of that sort. We're both instrumentalists, or like we're both magicians, etc. Okay, so what do I want though? What type of relationship we had? I said third chakra. Now, what type of relationship I want to have with you? Commitment. So I want to commit to you. I want to commit to you. Interesting. So, how do you make me feel? Queen of Pentacles. Coldness. like, I'm like, I don't know, I'm either your slave or you're like I'm like gorgeous and you are my slave kind of thing. It's like that. But you are someone who deserves to be, you know, praised and worshipped. Or you make me feel like I'm somebody who deserves to be praised and worshipped. Somebody who's self-aware of their body like this, but they're very close to their own happiness. It's just one step away. Like, it's just one step. Just jump. You'll be there. It's either crazy suicide, as it could be like englobing yourself in... it's like, okay, the threshold for some part. Let's say it's cold outside, okay? And you're in front of a hot spring. And you're waiting in front of the hot spring. You just need to jump. But then again, for some part, you're afraid of the hot spring. Why? What's blocking you is your body. So you're afraid that your body will melt, perhaps. But then again, for some part, hot spring is room temperature, let's say. Or it's warmer than usual, but then again, it's good for your body. It's like that. This is how your person's feeling. So the threshold, it's more like it's a jacuzzi in the middle of winter. And you're kind of like, it's not even a jacuzzi, but for it to not be as frightening as it could be in a natural offspring, we can consider it the sensation of there's a jacuzzi. But then again, what your problem is, okay, we can go more simple on this, okay? So let's say there's a guy or there's a girl you like. We're going to go this way. And I'm trying to make you understand your person's perspective. Okay? And it's the middle of winter and you're in the jacuzzi, okay? Now, I like you. And what I want is to be committed to you, okay? Like, I want to worship you or be worshipped by you. But I need to come close to you in the jacuzzi, right? So the jacuzzi here is the threshold, okay? It's the liquid side, okay? It's the happiness element, okay? Me entering that space is warm, it's hot, it's good. But then again, what's blocking me is my self-awareness of my body. Either I'm ashamed of my body, that could be one thing. Either I'm aware of the body temperature, so I don't want to catch a cold. That's my blockage. As it could be that I'm very I'm very like physical. Like, I could be very physical, or I give too much importance, or I believe people give too much importance to my body. Okay? It could be many things like that. So overall, how you make me feel is that I'm somebody who could be worshipped as you're someone I want to worship. Okay? It could be both ways. My challenge, though, is that perhaps I might not get the equal give and take. Make me feel like I might not get the equal give and take. Or my challenge is to kind of go towards you when you're bored. What is this? Because you're bored. My challenge is either you're bored or I'm afraid that you'll get bored of me. Because what my mentality is telling me is, understand your person's mentality, perhaps. They think that people are with them because of their looks, perhaps. Or people don't want to be with them because of their looks. Okay, it could be good as it can be bad. I could definitely be a 10 on 10. Okay, I could be a model, but then again, I think that you're just going to be with me because of my looks. Okay, but I might like you. But I'm afraid you'll get bored of me. You'll get bored of my looks only. It's like that. Okay, as it could be the other way around, as if like I'm ashamed of my looks. So I think that you're gonna get bored of me. But why I feel this way with the 9 of Chalices, it's more like, how do you make me feel? You make me feel like I matter. Like, it's not my looks only. It's not the fact that I'm overweight or I'm very fit. or like I'm very hot or I'm very ugly. This is how I see myself. Okay, I could see myself ugly as I could see myself pretty. But then again, there are some people that have that mentality that because they're too hot, they're afraid that people are going to date them just for their looks. And there are some people that think that they're too ugly so that people are not going to date them because of their looks. Okay, so it's like you understand the mentality, I think, perhaps for some of you, because each one have their own concerns. This one seems a bit concerned, but it wants commitment from you. Okay, like I want you to commit to me. Okay, like I want you to like me. I want you to, you know, like I want to worship you, or I want you to worship me. But then again, my challenge is that I'm afraid that you're going to get bored of me if I worship you too much, or I'm going to get bored with you because you're worshiping me too much. But this one is more like you're the transformational type, which means that I'm the one that's more like submissive here a bit. So in the initial, how you made me feel is the Three of Swords. You gave me some glances though. I had some taste. Like, and then in the middle section, you have the King of Swords. And then in the near future, you have the Wheel of Fortune. How do you make me feel? How do you make me feel? Like, this commitment card is really not making sense with the cards I have, okay? Like, this one, it could be a very hot person, as it could be a person that thinks that they're ugly, okay? Like, I can't say they're not ugly, because for me, it's just an element of awakening a certain sex appeal inside of you. But then again, the rest, what you do with that sex appeal, be it you kind of live by it as the form of ego, or you kind of don't live by it. Because some people, it's just an element of awakening this, you know, like this sex appeal inside of you, the sexiness, okay? When I'm saying sex appeal, it's more like you feel turned on by yourself, okay? Just being alive turns you on. Like looking at your body in the mirror, not being fit, jiggly even, you feel good in it. It's hot. It's a very sensuous, okay? If we're going in the world of carnal sex, anything is pleasurable. Be it there's the jiggly thighs, okay? It could be insanely good for men, okay? Some men just crave it, you know? Like it's just that thing that they need, okay? They can't go like skinny or anorexic or like you know, petite bodies, okay? Like men, like, I mean, look, diversity exists in this world, okay? Just because the models are a specific way on the television, or people who are popular on Twitter are like skinny as shit or they're fit as shit, does not mean that the world evolves around them. The world needs to evolve around those things because that's electronic stuff. But then again, the real reality is we're only human, right? So, and sex is just natural. Just that the problem is where like men are objectifying the female body instead of enjoying genuinely the little details, you know, and females are kind of like faking the element that they're enjoying it, which is kind of making the men feel more like, oh, I'm good. But then again, if a man truly cares about a woman, then they will start learning how to please a woman, okay? But then again, they have to learn how to please themselves, how to be more sensuous with themselves, okay? So this is more an element of perhaps men need to learn how to love themselves, not just focus on the phallic all the time, okay? It's like touch their thighs, touch their, you know, like other erogenous spots, okay? Like caress themselves, look at themselves in the mirror and doing it. You know, it can give them different, you know, masturbation is good like it's good because they're learning how to love themselves. But if they're just focusing and obsessing over that release element, that's where there's the psychological issue, okay? The secret here is to enjoy themselves, okay? Enjoy their body. If they don't have, you know, muscles or they don't have abs, to still love and kind of awaken to their sensual side, okay? Men can be very sensuous, okay? If they just learn how to embrace that side of them, okay? But many men, unfortunately, are degraded if they're more sensitive, you know? So that's where the blockage is, but it's more psychological and it's more connected with generation to generation and, you know, wars and, you know, politicians and, you know, like problems which are financial. So it's a lot of things that impact humans, okay, in many ways. Okay, we're not just going family environment, we're not just going friends environment, we're going like what's happening around them also can have an impact on their sensual, how often they can tap into sensual elements and not feel a specific way and not have compulsions. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so long story short, okay, basically this person's dilemma is that they're very self-aware of their body, okay? Be it they're not satisfied with their body, or they think that people have dated them, or they think that you will lose interest in them sooner or later, even though they have the looks, this one. Or it's the other way around, as if like, even if you were to date with me, I'm kind of thinking that you know, you might kind of leave me for somebody else because you might get bored of me. It's like that. A hot shot like you, or a guy who looks hot like you, or a guy who's better looking than me, or a girl who's better looking than me might end up getting bored with me because I'm not confident in myself. I'm always gonna kind of like feel like other girls or other guys are better than me. Then again, I'm not waking up to the fact that the girl perhaps likes my personality, or the guy likes my personality more than that. Because everyone's surprised. You never can judge couples, because if you look at two people, there's many, many types. I could look this way, but then again, my taste might be different. You know, like I might like someone that you might never envision me being with, you know, it's like that. So everyone is different. You never know what luck has in your way, like what fates have in your way, or what your own fate is in your own hands sometimes. So let me just finish the reading. I have one more pile to go. Okay, we're gonna be done soon. Oh god. Okay, so I want you to commit to me. Okay, like I want you and me to be committed, because I'm very aware. Like I'm more alert. I'm more like awake when you're there. Okay, so my heart just started pumping. So perhaps it could be that I'm more aware of you when you're there. And in the initial, I don't know how to read. Three of Swords. Like, how did you make me feel? Like you were giving me access to you, and you're aroused by it. You were giving me access to you and you were aroused by it. And you didn't give a shit about how other people felt. That's one thing, okay? Second one, it's more with the King of Swords. Like, by you giving me access to you like that, I started feeling like I was a king there, okay? Like, I was the king or I was the queen. Like, I could do sinful things like this, okay? Like, I could do these things with you. So, for some of you, it's more like the ego got kind of, like, pumped here, okay? Like, they got an ego boost. I got an ego boost here, okay? So, my ego got boosted. If I'm hot as shit, my ego got boosted even more, okay? Then again, what I'm kind of like realizing is that you're giving me access to you, okay? And I'm touching you sinfully like that. It's sinful touching. You're allowing me to touch you. You're allowing me to seduce you, okay? You're allowing me to kind of, but you like it too. It's not like you don't like it. When I'm doing it, you like it. So I'm kind of, it's funny because the Three of Swords is not even that. It's not like this element of betrayal here, okay? It's more an element of, I have 2, 4, 6, 7 of Wands. You have the Ace of Swords. Like, you're turning me on more, okay? This one, there's a receptivity. I'm doing something, you're getting turned on. You're seducing me even more by that element of giving me access to it, okay? You're giving me access to something, okay? And in the middle section with the black orchid, which is the King of Swords, it's more like what's happening between you and me. It's very open. Even though we're being observed, I'm being observed, you're still doing what you're doing. Unashamed. Okay, you're doing what you're doing unashamed. Okay? And in the near future with or at the end, how you made me feel was that you're like a person that can definitely change. Like, because transformation is also change. But the Wheel of Fortune, it's not transformation necessarily. Sorry. It's like the wheel that turns, that creates a certain movement, which creates, I mean, it could be many things. I cannot go simple, as I cannot kind of neglect this. How do you make me feel? Like, I can change. I can change as a person. You make me change, okay, my ways. You change yourself, but then again, that turns me on even more. But then again, it's I don't understand how you make them feel. Look, like, you tease me. This one, you tease me. It's enough. Like, I've had enough of this one. This one, it's like you tease me. Like, shameless as it is, shameless as I judge it to be, it's arousing me again. This one, it's arousing me. You're shameless. You're doing it when there are people watching us, and you're still doing it. You're not ashamed of me. Okay, you're not ashamed of this, how you feel. You're very confident, this one. This one, you're very confident, but then again, you're the one I want. And you're allowing me to have, like, me, somebody like me. I don't know why I'm saying this. You're allowing someone like me to seduce you. You're allowing like this person, I don't know what their mentality is, but they think that they're not as sexy as you, okay? They're not as natural as you. They're not as changeable as you. But then again, you have this confidence and you have this imposing nature to you, and you're kind of like submitting to me. Is that it? This one, you're submitting to me and I'm kind of like seducing you, and you're kind of like making me feel more like I can do this. Someone like me can like seduce you. Someone like me can seduce you. Making me feel like that. I don't know why they're saying someone like me can seduce you. It's like a person that has low self-esteem, as it's not an element of low self-esteem. They're thinking that they're just like their looks, perhaps. I don't know this one. I don't understand this one. Like, I understand it, but it's a long gone. But perhaps I understand it. It's understandable. It's just at this point, it's like you have to love yourself to love somebody, okay? Like that's the truth I got. Like, but my life journey right now, I also suffered from thinking that I was not pretty, or it's like, you know, like I'm perhaps too pretty for anybody to approach me, etc. So I understand both personalities, okay? Like, and I'm sure many people do. And if you don't understand it, someday you will. Okay? For sure. Even if you think you're hopeless right now, you're definitely going to feel that way someday. Either too hot for people to approach you, or too ugly to the point that you think that you're not worthy of other people like liking you. Thinking that other females or other males are more interesting than you, perhaps. But then again, many people sometimes don't look at the looks, okay? They look at the way you gaze in their eyes, the way you hold the conversation. For some, you don't even need to look pretty. As long as you're smart as shit and you're somebody, you have a Nobel Prize winners, that in itself could be a turn-on element. For some people, simple things about you that you think are nothing for you could definitely be the reason a person can definitely, you know, be seduced or aroused by you. Little quirky things, most of the time, is what kind of keeps the person going in a relationship. Appreciating the little things, you know. Sometimes you think it's an insecurity, but then again, it's the thing that your person loves the most, you know. Characteristic that they like the most. Okay, so that's it, pile 5. Hope it resonated. I have pile 6, finally pile 6. Okay, the Casanova Tarot. Welcome to your reading. I hope you're all safe and healthy this time. Okay, so let's see. Okay, how do you make this person feel? Okay, how do you make them feel? Just give me a few moments, okay, guys? I'm just gonna use some seconds here because I need to recharge. 5 seconds. Okay, so how do you make them feel? With a wink like that, okay? So for some of you, there's a wink here. So whoever I am, that day, or whoever I am right now, perhaps, is the mask. So, how do I see you? Beauty. Okay. inside out, okay, and serenity. Very interesting. You're handsome, okay, but this beauty comes from inside, okay? It's a beauty and a calmness and a peacefulness that's from within, okay? Gorgeous card, okay? It's one of my favorite cards in this Sacred Mysteries Oracle deck. It's the most gorgeous card. I mean, it's not the best, but it's gorgeous. It's calm, it's natural, it's authentic. It's wild, untamable, like that. So I see you as a untamable, internally handsome, beautiful woman or man. With serenity, for sure, I'm kind of like, I know you're sly from inside, okay? Like, I know, I see that you're sly from inside. There's like a slyness to you, but you are humble, okay? It's more survival instincts you have, okay? So it's more like I'm seeing that you have learned to cope with your emotions. You're more flowy. But then again, if ever, like, you're sly with your emotions too, okay? There's a slyness to you for sure. Sly characteristic, I'll say you have it for sure. But you're more humble, you're more like flowy as a person. But then again, I know this flowiness and this slyness does not come cheap, okay? Like, you've paid some prices, you've learned some lessons, right? So that you become this way. It's like that, okay? So I know the hard work you put, basically, or the hardships you've overcome, you overcame during the years, so that you became this handsome or this beautiful, okay? Inside out, like that, okay? So oh my god, I'm so tired, guys. I just need to finish this. Okay. So with the mask, who am I? Okay. So for some part, I was gonna say like how I feel a few seconds ago, okay? How I felt a few seconds ago. It's hilarious. Like, I can't express. It's insane. What I'm gonna say is not gonna make any sense, but it's completely normal if you're a tarot reader for some part, perhaps, okay? Like, I'm a tarot reader, so I understand sometimes what this mask element means, okay? Because I need to feel nothing inside, okay? Like, I need to feel the emptiness, okay? But in the emptiness, why I go emptiness, why I go shadow, is because that's gravity, okay? And gravity is an energy that keeps you alive, okay? Like, I believe that the soul is, like, it chooses the body, okay? The body will kind of rejuvenate. It's part of earth, okay? Like, there's 5 elements. I don't want to go in this, but there's the 5 elements. You have the water, fire, earth, air, and ether, okay? And then there's other stuff, but we don't know. We don't have that much knowledge, or if you know about it, then believing in those things is out of a bit like logic, okay? It's going out of logic, okay? And there are many things that you can feel or sense or understand outside of logic, because you're getting out of your mind. You're mastering your mind, but you're not just your mind, because the mind has an element of dividing, conquering, you know. It kind of manages the whole body, you know. But then again, there's other organs that are also compensating. It's not just the head space or the mind that's working all the time. It's your nerves, it's your heart that's pumping the blood, you know, it's the blood in itself that's, you know, has its own meaning and its own importance in the body. Now, let's say we're not going mind anymore, okay? Like we're not going mind, okay? So it's not just physical things. It's not just 3D elements. It's transcending that thin line, perhaps, like going over. It's having faith that there's a lot of faith, okay? There's immense trust in something, okay? Or you have to be a bit insane when you're going there, which means that whenever I'm reading, sometimes I'm going insane. Because if a person was logical would look at me, they'll be like, this one, what are they doing? If we're not looking and focusing on what I'm doing in the form of an art piece, I'm definitely jumping every time I'm kind of like opening a spread kind of thing. So here with the mask, it's more like you're seeing my face, okay? Like I'm Diva Melek right now. I'm a female. That's my mask also. It's like I'm identified here. I'm a female. I have a female body. I have brown eyes. These are my masks. It could also be the way I'm kind of acting with you guys. I'm trying to be the, I don't know, like the friendly, humoristic type of tarot reader right now. So that's my mask right now. I'm acting, right? But you don't know what goes around in my private life, what my everyday life is like. Okay, you don't know anything about it. So it's more like that, but it's more profounder than that. Okay, so the black section here is that I can be more than just my look, my gender. Because when I'm reading for you guys, I'm going both female energies, I'm going male energy. I'm kind of like seeing myself as if I'm a guy now, okay? Or I'm looking at myself as if I'm a female now. So if I were a female, how would my sensations, feelings be? And if I were a male, what would my sensations and feelings be? So I'm more kind of like going in and out and absorbing and kind of like expressing or kind of giving birth to certain types of energies or ideas, and I'm expressing them. So you as the viewer, when you're watching me, you're kind of being stimulated, right? Your mind is being stimulated, and then you're kind of trying to see where the resonance are. So where are the similarities? Where are the synchronicities here in this video, you know? It's like that. So the mask, who am I here, this one? What type of person they are? They're a person that could definitely be many things internally, but they show themselves a specific way externally. So I'm not just my looks, okay? I'm not just the person you see me as, okay? Like you're judging me a specific way right now, right? Then again, I'm showing you this consciously, okay? I'm not showing you the other sides of me, you know? So it's that way you can kind of see it. But in the shadow, there could be a lot of abundance there, okay? Like darkness is pitch black, dark. It's all dark, right? But here, this one, it's more, there's a black hole, so I could absorb a lot of stuff, which means that also this person could be very receptive to other people. Holy shit. Okay. I just woke up to something. Because the more receptive you are, the more darker your energy becomes. Because you're absorbing everything, right? Because you're being receptive to everything. But then again, that's where feminine energy is, perhaps. Because it's the creation of form. Anyways, but it needs the union with the divine masculine, perhaps. So there's so much I don't know yet, okay? Like, I'm just kind of trying to make sense. And this is my last pile. I just want to get finished with it. I just want to finish. I'm so sorry, you guys, whoever chose pile 6. But I'm pretty sure you just fast forwarded it. Like, I just kind of mumbled nothing. Oh... How do you make me feel? Okay, whoever I am. just know that whoever they were at that time, you don't know who they really are, okay? You cannot judge them because their persona is not, the way they kind of show themselves outwardly is not 100% who they are internally. They're much more than their mask, okay? So the mask that, like, it's like a theater. Let's say there's a movie. Jennifer Lawrence is playing a character in the movie. Let's say Hunger Game. Forgot her name. Anyways, she's the one acting. So in society, let's say, Jennifer Lawrence is not Jennifer Lawrence. Jennifer Lawrence is her character. So, but then again, Jennifer Lawrence is the one acting. But Jennifer Lawrence is an actress, so she can kind of act other movies too. So she's not just one character, she's many. She can definitely embody many and personify many characters. So I myself, whoever I am, I can definitely change a lot. It's just a matter of taking the mask off. So it could be fickle. If you watch Game of Thrones, okay, and the little sister, which also recently kind of opened up about her traumatic experiences, went through, but it's a given because she played the most difficult role in Game of Thrones movies, the most insane one, being blind and you know, getting beaten all the time, and working in a, you know, funeral house, taking faces off people's heads. It's crazy, but then again, I'm not saying it's intense like this, but that's why I'm saying it's a bit insane, because you can't, like, it's logical, but then again, it comes with practice, and you can definitely be insane as you can keep yourself centered still. It's just a matter of perception. If I change my perception, I can change the way people see me, right? I can act a specific way, as I could be acting, but then again, it's not acting. I'm being a specific energy because I chose to put that mask on, you know? So be it this person has just one mask in society, it does not mean that they're like that only. Just because I'm here as Diva Melek does not mean that I'm just Diva Melek in my life, you know? Like, I could be more than that. You understand? It's the same thing with you. It's just that perhaps you kind of have a certain conviction connected to people like this, as in, like, it's a fickle person. But then again, it's not the question of being fickle or not. It's a question of being able to adapt. You can look at it that way. It's a question of perception. I'm changing my mask consciously. I'm not stuck in one character, at least. That's controlling my life all the time. Because if I need to be a specific category, let's say in my life, in society, I show myself as a gay person, okay? But then again, this is very triggering, but it's also something to kind of reflect on, perhaps, is that I'm putting the mask on that I'm gay, okay? And society, I want society to believe that I'm gay. But then again, I could be bisexual. Nobody knows about it, but I'm saying I'm gay to people. So I'm acting gay all the time. When there are other girls around me, I have girlfriends, which I might be attracted to. But because society knows me as I'm gay, I'm not allowing myself to sleep with the girls I'm interested in. Now, I'm giving you an example. It could be a girl in the same energy, as it could be a straight guy, okay, who knows that they're gay, but then again, like, or they think that being gay is not good, so they're kind of like flirting with other girls, but then again, when they're with guys, it's more like there's attraction happening. But because of the mask that's rigid on them, they act a specific way that's not who they are, okay? It's a lot. It can go very insecure. We can go very insecurity on this, as we can go very empowered on this, okay? It's a matter of perception, as I mentioned. Okay? And it does exist, okay, guys? It's like sometimes people just don't know it. And then you kind of see it happen after a few years. Sometimes it's a specific mask you wear so that society will just let you be. But because also what's happening here is that psychologically, you want to blend in society. But because you think society knows better than you, and society is controlled by certain other stuff, okay? There are other dimensions to society too, okay? It's not just a village element. It's not just feeling like you're accepted in a group of people, but then again, you're not really accepted because you're not being authentic, right? People don't know who you really are, and you can't be truthful and honest with them. True friendship is when people accept you for who you are. But for some part, majority of society, it's based on which department or which category and what type of leadership and what type of people are around you, you will know if it's more negatively impacted or positively impacted. Anyways, let me just continue. So what type of relationship you and I have as per them? Intuition. Okay. Oh, this is going the way I don't want it to go. What vibe I go in when I kind of tune into you? Universal love. You have number 44. What do I want with you? First chakra. I want to flow with you. It's flow with you even though first chakra, which is the root chakra, is not it 100%. Because this type of person with the mask could have a tendency to live in their headspace. Live in their headspace or live in their ego a bit. Ego a bit, okay? Like headspace, ego, perception, because perception is also your personality and who you are in society, but then again, who you are outside of society too. So if I'm like this, being with somebody who's serenity, flowy like you are, and sly like you are, you look pretty grounded too, okay? Like you look pretty grounded. So at the first chakra, it could be that I want stability with you. I want to feel stable with you. Somebody who's a bit lost in their head, like me. Okay, so I have a tendency to lose myself in my head, unfortunately. So with universal love, the love you and I feel, perhaps it's more than just love, you know? It's like more than simple liking, perhaps. It's more accepting. It's more the frequency of universal love activates the connection we feel to each other, okay, to our planet and to the whole of existence itself. So perhaps I believe that you also have a certain wisdom to you, perhaps like I do. I might have wisdom here, this one, because I'm adapting to different types of people. So I have good I don't want to say personal skills. It could be personal skills, connection skills, resourceful skills, you know, like that. But what I wish to have with you is stability. Be more grounded. 2 feet on the ground, mostly. Not always be active head-wise, like... Okay, so the vibe I go in, disruption, connected to you. There's always something disrupting me, though. I want to disrupt you, or I want to cross paths with you, this one. I want to cross paths with you. interact with you, play with you, tease you a bit, perhaps. Because disruption could be like teasing. But disruption is more severe. It's like a crack. Or it's disrupted. It's not happening. Something went wrong. So just finished. You have the 5 of Cups, okay? Like the 5 of Cups. There's a nun here and she's kind of opening her skirt, you know, like, and Casanova, which is the player there, is kind of willingly undressing the nun, you know, like Casanova is undressing a nun. How taboo is that, you know, like that. So the 7 of Pentacles is my challenge, okay? So how do you make me feel? And my challenge connected to how I feel. And the reason why I feel that way, the reason why you make me feel that way, is the Ace of Wands with the 4 of Swords. I feel like you're playing with me. Then you have the Queen of Swords. How do you make me feel, Queen of Swords? I feel naked though. So you see through me. The way you gaze at me, you see through me. Which I like a lot, perhaps. Because you see the emptiness inside of me. You're comfortable with that. You either see the emptiness, but it's not even that, because receptivity is connected with Mother Earth, okay? It's love somehow, because it's Mother Earth that gives birth to children. It's also Mother Earth that is also represented in the Death card overall. It's Mem, it's the embryonic liquid in a mother's belly, okay? So, and she's pregnant. So you perhaps see the abundance in me too. You can say that. You see the abundance or the love I have internal. Because if you're a male, this one, you will see the darkness, which is the feminine energy inside of me. If you're a female, then you're going to see the, I don't want to say lightness inside of me, but it could go there, because it's masculines are usually more light. And there's like an orgy here, session, it's brothel vibes. How do you make me feel? 2 of Pentacles with the 10 of Wands. And how do you make me feel at the end? You have the 8 of Cups. Okay. Holy shit. I was talking about Death card and she's right here. Okay, this is the Death card. Oh my god. Okay. So how do you make me feel? We're gonna keep this very fast, be like simple. Okay, I can't, like, I it's too much. I'm losing my shit already, so we're just gonna finish it as genuine and aligned as possible. Okay. When With the Five of Cups, how you make me feel? Shameless. Okay? Make me feel shameless. And why you make me feel that way is because you show me interest and then you back off. Okay? Show me interest and then you back off. So that's where I kind of see that you're sly a bit. You're playing with me overall, right? Someone who has perception like me. Okay? Like perception like me. Okay? My challenge connected to how you make me feel is that, like, I need to be patient until I see you next time, just to understand why you're playing with me. Okay? Because there's this element of, I have intuition with you. There is something there. Okay? Like, there is something there, and there is love to us all. Like, there is something like universal love. Anyways, you're playing with me, okay? And I'm sensing you're playing with me. So the next time I'm going to see you, I need to be patient. That's my challenge. I need to be patient. But then again, perhaps I'm turned on. You turn me on and then you kind of leave me. Okay? Like it's more like that. It's like you turn me on and then you leave me. You're teasing me? Is that it? Are you teasing me? Because I want you to get over with it. You want me, you want me. You don't want me, you don't want me. But, like, don't play with me this one. Because I want to be stable with you. I want to be grounded with you. So I feel like you're playing with me. What is your agenda overall? Like, I feel like you're stalking me. You're interested in me. But then again, you're not, perhaps. Okay? So in the initial how you made me feel, it's more like I was like, if I liked you, I showed you big time. I liked you. But then again, like, I had the sword in my hands, which meant that, like, just be bold and honest with me. You'll have me. Just be bold and honest with me. You'll have me, perhaps. Because I'm ready to offer myself to you. It's like that. And with the Two of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands, how you make me feel? Like you were juggling me with some other people, and that you were kind of uninterested. Okay, so the whole time you were juggling with me, leading me on, not leading me on, something of the sort, but then again, not be interested in me all over again. Because you're focused elsewhere. This one. You're focused on gambling. You're focused on the game. The game. Two, 4, 6, 7, and 3. 7 and 3. It's more like you're always hustling for a new beginning elsewhere. Okay? And at the end, it's like how you make me feel. Like, you make me feel like, because you're playing with me, even if I were to choose somebody else, you'll still come and tease me and you'll get your way. It's like that. That's how you make me feel. Because I desire you, this one. This one, fortunately, I desire you. But then again, how you make me feel is that, like, you're playing with me. But then again, perhaps that's my karma, because I'm the mask. You think I'm playing with you. But then again, you're playing with me. Holy Mother. Holy Mother. That's why whenever I see you, I want to kind of cross paths with you, okay? Like cross paths with you to understand if you're playing with me or it's all in my head. Definitely. That's why from intuition, I want to go into first chakra so that I can see that it's palpable, it's realistic, okay? Like it's real. Do you like me or not, you know? Like that. So guys, this was it finally, okay? Like this last one was like a messed up situation for sure. I apologize, okay? It's the only one. But I was drained at the end. Like I tried going as aligned as possible, but then again I ended up projecting myself in this one. So and that in itself perhaps might be an awakening to many people out there in its own way. So it's mine, let's say, because at the end I couldn't keep my alignment. I'm so sorry. Like I can't. So I'm believing that each pile had its own message and that whoever needs to hear it and see the craziness of mine, accept it. Okay, so that's it. Okay, guys, thank you very much for watching. Okay, thank you very much for your patience till now. Okay, thank you very much for watching, actually. So if you want to like comment down below. Okay, if you want to watch other videos, they're practically available somewhere here. Okay, like I don't know, we're gonna see them pop somewhere sooner or later. And if you want to subscribe, you can subscribe. Donations are always appreciated, okay? But does not mean that you need to give. I only wish that you will give from a heart space, okay? So willingly give that good energy. Private readings, please be patient, okay? I need time. Okay, guys, I want to say I'm not offering them anymore. But if it's a calling, you can always contact me, okay? And you need to be very patient with me. I'm asking. This is the only condition for some part. The biggest condition is waiting. Okay? So, namaste to all. Okay? May you all stay healthy and blessed and safe and, passionate. May the inner flame, blaze from time to time with good purpose, of course. No harm to other people. And I'll see you on my next video, whenever it will be, I guess. Until then, farewell, guys. Okay, like for now, farewell, but au revoir. Okay, bye.